A very warm good morning, dear students. We are just dealing with the chapter Gogol's first day. So I think we had already reached the grammar part hmm, about this article, definite and indefinite article, and so we had already seen. Now what is left for us is that highlight determiners. About the determiners is there. Okay, determiners. The highlighted words are determiners. Okay, we are just going to see that only. About that, let us see something. Okay, read the sentences. All of you just take page number 78. 78. Today is Gogol's first day at school. Miss Lapidus put her hand on his shoulder. Miss Lapidus, no? Miss Lapidus put her hand on his shoulder. The highlighted words are determiners. You can just see that these are highlighted words are determiners, and we use them with the nouns to either limit or modify the meaning of the nouns. See, the highlighted words are actually determiners. First, Lapidus put her, his. See, these are actually determiners. The highlighting something. Use them with the nouns to either limit or modify the meaning of the nouns. They either refer to specific things or to things of a particular kind. Okay, they either refer to specific things or to things of a particular kind. They are just mentioning about those things only. They are referring either to the specific things or to things of a particular kind. Okay, let us see some of these. Determiners include these kinds. Articles, you see, a, and, the, zero. Zero articles, see. A and determiners include these kinds. First one articles. A and the and zero articles. Now the possessives. My, your, his, their. These are actually articles. These are actually possessives. Okay, possessives, articles. So determiners are including. First one we have seen the article. Then possessives. Which are the possessives? My, your, his, her, or this. Then demonstratives. Demonstratives that, these, those. Demonstrate to pointing out some particular things. Demonstratives that we are pointing out, and that, these, those. So pointing out something. That's the determination. Demonstratives. Then quantifiers. It is something positive. Some, many, a few, every, all. No, some, many, a few, every, all. The next one, quantifiers. Something negative, which is speaking about some negative, no? Quantifiers. No, much, any. No, quantifiers is negative, but speaking about something negative, that is no, much, any. Then interrogatives. Next one is speaking about something interrogatives. Whose, which, what, these things. Whose, which, what, etc. Then ordinals. First, last, another, previous, etc. Whose, which, what, first, last, another, and previous. Now, we have also learned that some of these determiners go with singular countable nouns only. Singular, no? Some of the determiners, no, they are just going with the singular countable nouns only. You see that? A, an, every, either, neither, each, another. Then plural countable nouns only. Some of them are going with a singular countable nouns, and some of them, okay, plural countable nouns only. Many, both, a few, these, two, etc. Which are the plural countable nouns? Many, both, a few, these, two, etc. The next one, singular uncountable nouns. Singular uncountable nouns only. That is much, little, few, a few, less, this, that. It's a singular countable nouns only. The next one is singular and plural countable and uncountable nouns. Singular and plural countable and uncountable nouns. Examples: some, any, the, what, which, my, your, etc. Now let us see B. Circle the correct determinants to complete these sentences. Correct determinants, circle. We need to just circle the correct determinants to complete these sentences. So we have very little. So very little is the determinants we can use there. Determiner you can use there. No, we have very little chance of reaching the stadium on time in this traffic. Okay, there were less people than usual in the supermarket. So there were what you can say? There were fewer people. No, you can write there were fewer people than usual in the supermarket. Fewer people. There were fewer people than usual in the supermarket. So third one, I am not sure if I can help you. I speak a little English. I am not sure if I can help you. I speak little English, not a little, but it will be little. You can circle little English. You can speak. I speak little English. So next one, fourth one, the teacher gave each or every of the students a piece of paper. The teacher gave each of the students, not every. The teacher gave each of the students a piece of paper. Next one, fifth. There were few or several people to begin with, but most or much of them left early. So two are there. So which one? There were several people. You can go for several. There were several people to begin with, but much of them left early. Much of them. So we will be writing much of them. Sorry, most of them. Okay, first one, there were several people to begin with, but most of you can take now. Most of them left early. Most of them will be correct, not the much of them. Okay. He works from 2 cities, but does not like neither of or either of them much. He works from 2 cities, but does not like neither of them much. Neither. Okay, it will be neither of them much. He works from 2 cities, but does not like neither of them much. Next one, seventh. I learned gymnastics at my other or a previous school. So you will be writing I learned gymnastics at my previous school. That will be correct now. Previous school. I learned gymnastics at my previous school. That will be correct one. Eighth one. There wasn't enough or some space for all of us in the car. Expressions with get. Next one is we are going to do. So there wasn't. What will be the correct one? Last one only. So you can just tell no. There isn't any problem to tell this answer. There was in the. So what will be the correct answer? There wasn't enough. No enough. There wasn't enough space for all of us in the car. So there wasn't enough space. So next one. Now now read the sentences and guess the meanings of the highlighted words or phrases. he gets along with his new classmates very well. Now, read these sentences and guess the meanings of these highlighted words or phrases. See, gets along with, his classmates very well. So, gets along with, what is the meaning of gets along with? Having a friendly relationship with the friends, no? Have a very, he gets along with his new classmate very well. Have a very friendly relationship. That's what gets along with means having a very uh, friendly relationship. And second one, the speaker spoke brilliantly and got her message across to the audience. The speaker spoke brilliantly and got her messages across to the audience. So got her message across means to make her hmm, make her point understand, no, her point understand. Got her message across means to make her point understandable, to make her point understood. Now, I have been reading up on the topic, but I can't say I have got a handle on it. Got a handle on. So that is a word, no? Praise, expressions, that is a phrase only. See, we have already seen, you see, read this sentence, we have already seen that gogol will get accustomed uh, to his new name soon. Get accustomed means it is familiar, making, getting familiar with something, no? That is what accustomed with, acquainted with, get acquainted with, get accustomed with. See, same meaning. So I haven't been reading up on the topic, but I can't say I have got a handle on it. Got a handle on it means to get a firm understanding, to get great or to get a firm understanding of something, to get a firm understanding of something. The team fought back fiercely and did not allow their opponents to get the better of them. To get. So here, the team fought back fiercely and did not allow their opponents to get the better of them. So to get the better of them means to surpass. To surpass only. Okay. To get better of them means to surpass them. So that is the chapter all about. And read the situation and write a sentence for each using the correct phrase with get. So it is a homework for you. That is a okay. So free response. Okay, you can just write by yourself your own answers. So just go through this. It doesn't mean that you need not write. Okay, you have to write. You must write in your copies. This also. So I think this understood, no? And now we have got 2 poems left there. We need to see which are those. Your World. It is written by Georgia Douglas Johnson. Okay, Georgia Blanche Douglas Camp Johnson. So what is the brief description given about her? Better known as Georgia Douglas Johnson was an American poet. Was an African American poet. One of the earliest African American female playwrights and an important participant in the Harlem Renaissance. Okay, so you can just know about her in detail while reading. Okay, so we can just deal with this chapter. So something about her, no? She was very intellectual lady. So we can just see. Johnson wrote songs like plays and short stories, taught music, and performed as an organist at her church. She is also known for her collections of poetry, which are The Heart of a Woman, it is in 1918, Bronze in 1922, and Autumn Love Cycle, that is in 1928, and share my world. That is 1962. These are some of her greatest works. So now you can just move to the chapter that is Your World by Georgia Douglas Johnson. Okay, so I think we can just start now this chapter. Okay, so actually it is dealing with the very we can say this chapter is actually dealing with a very important point, we can say. Okay, so it is mentioning about life, a person's life, we can see. Okay, sometime we are becoming we are just giving everything. Hmm? We are not ready to uh, fight for our rights. Okay, and we need to uh, protect ourselves certain occasions. About that only we are just going to see. Your world is as big as you make it. I know, for I used to abide means live in the narrowest nest in a corner, my wings pressing close to my side. Your world is as big as you make it. So earlier time, it is the poet is just mentioning, your world is very wide, and you are just no, just you are trying to press yourself inside. You are not just going outside. You have got the freedom, but you are not realizing that. Without realizing your freedom, you are just inside your own world. So you are not reacting. You have got a lot of abilities. Means here the poet is just telling that the human beings, you and me, we are not realizing the immense potentialities there, which is there in ourselves. We are not realizing that. Instead of that, it is just like the bird's wing, which is just pressed. No, pressed in the sense what will happen if the wings of the bird is very pressed, means it cannot move. Pressed here means no, it can't fly. There is no freedom. It, it has got the ability to fly, but since the wings are pressed tight, it cannot even move. There is a problem with us. We are having lot of abilities and potentialities. Self-realization is not taking place in us. When we realize our potentialities and abilities, we can fly high, right? So the poet is telling that. Very often we are unaware about our own potentialities. Okay, you see, in the narrowed nest in a corner, my wings pressing close to my side. So my wings are just closed. We ourselves are just pressing our wings. But I sighted the distant horizon where the skyline enriched the sea, and I throbbed with a burning desire to travel this immensity. See, immensity, extremely large and great world. You see, once I came to the realization, when I became aware of my abilities, so I have seen the world, have seen the big world and the enriched sea, and I throbbed with a burning desire to travel this immensity. So I decided to travel this world with a great interest to know, explore. I am trying now. When I realize the potentiality about myself, now I wanted to explore the world. I watered the cordons around me and cradled my wings on the breeze, then soared to the uttermost reaches. with rapture, with power, with ease. So when I realized my immense ability, I was able to fly very high. So when I realized my ability, I became very powerful person. I was able to do many things. You see that? Cradle. So what do you mean by battered, damaged or broke something by hitting it hard? So all I was able to remove all the blockages and I was able to fly. Cordons, obstacles preventing her access to something she wanted. And cradled breeze. Let the gentle wind guide her wings. When I was moving, everything was supporting me. Uttermost reaches, places that are extremely far away from where she. Okay, so that was uttermost means she was just moving very far. Rapture means intense pleasure or a joy. Okay, so we'll be just seeing the question answers also in the next class.